Kit Kats can read.
So today is Tuesday. It's currently the evening. The actual time is 9:45. I've just had a shower for the evening because I've got a long day of work tomorrow, so that's why I'm not showering in the morning, because I literally get up at 6 a.m. in order to start my early shift. I apologise that I haven't actually vlogged properly the past few days. I've mostly been working, to be honest. I was working Saturday, Sunday, then I had training yesterday on the Monday, dementia training, and then today I worked, and then I saw my nan, and I was with my nan for a few hours. And tomorrow I've got work all day, literally 7 to 8 p.m. Thursday I've got work in the afternoon, but I've got the dentist in the morning, and then Friday I'm working all day. So I'm just really busy at the moment, especially with work. It's unfortunately how I have to pay my bills, because I live on my own in a flat, and my rents are going up literally like next month by an extra £13 in rent. So yeah, I have to get to pay all bills: rent, phone, electricity, water, sewage. Everything just comes into it. So I've actually been really good with the spendings for me lately, and yeah, so I'm hoping that like from this week, I said to Ben, I was like, we can't like eat out all the time. Like, it's not so bad that we have like a meal maybe like once a week, or you know, once a fortnight sort of thing, but I can't afford it at the moment. Like, and it's just it's quite a downer in a way, because I haven't really like spent anything pretty much on myself like the past couple of weeks, to be honest. Like, I can't think of the last thing that I've bought for myself, apart from, you know, the car boot sale with the Stephen King books. So yeah, I haven't bought any books since then, which, you know, is a good thing as well. I think actually the most recent thing I probably did buy actually was the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster game, which, you know, I bought that like literally the day after it came out, because I was working the day that it came out. So yeah, I think that's like literally the last thing that I bought, and everything else has been just spent on like meals out with Ben sort of things, like socializing sort of things. But you know, even then I need to like be a lot better with my spending, and I need to start working out like what I will get. Payday this month is roughly what I will be getting like every month, and that means I need to start like working out pretty much, you know, what I need to be putting to one side each month to spend. So yeah, so I need to start being a lot better. I also said to Ben that we need to be like perhaps like cooking more meals rather than like going out all the time, because Ben can't really afford it either, because he only works like sort of like part-time. So yeah, we just need to be better. And also like cooking actual meals is, you know, is better anyway. So yeah, I think we just need to be working on those sort of things together, and then that way we're sort of saving money and not spending it like all the time. So, and then like, you know, we can save on more important things, you know, especially for me, I can save it especially for a rainy day, like, you know, car insurance, or like I think I've got my car service in November. Like I need to get my wheels checked, so if I need to get my wheels changed, then that's going to cost money, and that's going to be like November time, I think. And that's when my Peugeot garage, when they did a check over, they were like, oh, your tyres are quite low. So I need to probably get new tyres in November. So it's just, yeah, things like that, you know, I just need to save money for. But you know, I'm not driving as much lately because I only see Ben like once, sometimes twice a week, and that's just because we live like 45 minutes drive away from each other. Ben's all the way in Southampton, I'm all the way over here in Fordingbridge, so yeah, it's like 45-minute drive, especially with all the roadworks and everything that's going on the M27 at the moment. It's a bit mental and it adds to the traffic. So yeah, and it sucks, like the distance thing, it really sucks. And yeah, just, you know, but you know, I'm working to live my life, Ben's like living to his life. So yeah, it's just a little bit, I suppose, sucky at the moment because it's just, you know, all over the place sort of thing. So yeah, so that's just sort of like the latest really. And yeah, so I've been really good with my book buying. Like I say, I haven't bought any books since Stephen King book haul, and that's from the car boot sale, so I didn't even really spend a lot of money then anyway. So yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, just needs to be really good. So like once I get paid, I believe it's on the 27th of this month, which is not far from now actually. I think it's like next week. I don't know what's going to happen Thursday, because I've got a dental appointment. Because when I eat some meals, sometimes I don't get it all the time, but when I'm eating, I'm getting a pain up here. Now I did have a cavity there before, and they filled it up. They drilled and filled it up, and yeah, I've recently had a pain up there again. So I don't know what it is, and I just need the dentist to have a look at it, and so that I can be like, look, most of the time I do get a really fading ache. I don't know if it's the gums, I don't know if it's the teeth. Obviously I'll have to pay for a checkup anyway, that's just the standard rate for them to check it. But I don't know if I'll need anything to have done to it, so it might end up being that I'm spending 100 quid on my teeth again, because apparently I've got teeth that break easily. That's what the specialist dentist said. It's like, he was like, I'm surprised more of your teeth aren't broken off or anything. That's why I've got a broken bit here, like there, it snapped off one day, I didn't even notice. And he was like, you got like those sort of teeth that quite weak, they're like baby teeth, micro teeth or something like that. So he was like, I'm surprised like more of your teeth haven't broken off like that, because that's just what your teeth will be like. And I'm just like, oh brilliant. So who knows what's gonna happen on Thursday. It's just, it's lucky that I've got savings, but I don't want my savings to go down and down and down. I need to start like prioritizing things and being like, nope, I can't have that this month because of that sort of thing. Like, rather than being like, oh screw it, I've got savings, you know, that sort of thing. So I need to look at what I get paid, and then if I get that roughly every month, then I need to like sit down and be like, right, I need to sort this out, and then be like, right, on the credit cards, like I need to sort out like minimum payments for things and that sort of thing. And so that way, you know, I can work out what I can put on the credit card. I am going to head off now. I'm currently reading A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. I'm mostly reading that at the moment. So I'm on page 176 of this at the moment. It's a beast of a book. Like I say, I've been so busy I haven't even really had time to read. It's, you know, it's handy that I've only had time to sort of game as well. because I don't often have time for that. And I've been watching some Friends reruns as well. Friends always makes me happy, so where I've been like a bit down recently, I just put Friends on and I sit down and watch it. So I'm going to head off now because I'm getting really tired, and I'm probably going to head off to bed soon. So I just wanted to give you a real quick update on what's happened the past few days, and hopefully I can keep you guys updated within the next few days to come. Probably not tomorrow, just because I'm working like all day and I'm going to be absolutely shattered, but possibly on the Thursday. Definitely the weekend I will try to as well, because I am off both of the days of the weekend. Hey guys, so today is Thursday. I've not long been home from work. I literally unpacked and then jumped straight into the shower. I've got my washing on at the moment, so that will be done in about 15 or so minutes. I got myself a glass of orange juice. I am just going to play a little bit of Final Fantasy VIII the remaster. I've got my guide here because this is what I'm following. I'm currently at Fisherman's Horizon at the moment, so I'm going to do a little bit of the storyline, just for a little, not for a lot, because I've got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning for a long day of work again. However, it's my last day of work and then I got 4 days off, so pretty much just planning on chilling for the rest of the evening. So it won't be long before I start to get sleepy, so I know my limits. I'm gonna play for like half an hour to an hour Final Fantasy VIII, and then I will settle into bed, do a probably tiny bit of reading, and then I'll go to bed. Today I managed to set up my BorrowBox app on my phone, and I got it on my Kindle too. I'm going to try my best to start using my library as well rather than buying books. So if I can get hold of it from my library, then I am more likely to try and get it for quite cheap rather than buying the whole physical book. This way I will be saving myself a lot of money and a lot of trouble. I can't really afford to buy books at the moment anyway. I bought my treat for the month anyway, which was the Xbox and PlayStation magazines for the month. I need to start doing the subscriptions really, so that they're just a lot less. And so I've got the October editions, so I've got those today. And I went to the dentist today as well, and I don't have a cavity. I was getting a little ache on this side of my face, and she said my gums are quite swollen and red. So she said not to use Corsadil, but to use a sort of like mouth rinse that they use for like sore throats. So I've got hold of that at the moment, and I rinsed with it earlier and it literally numbed my tongue. It's got the same stuff that's in throat lozenges, I think, so it's got that sort of like medication in it, so it should hopefully be an antiseptic for my gums. And you're meant to, I think, have that, it says on the books, for about a week, so hopefully it does help, because at the moment my gums are really sensitive, they really hurt to brush, and they are bleeding like every time I brush my gums. So in a way that can be a good thing, because sometimes bleeding out the gums is what sort of makes it better, and makes them to get more pink. My bottom frame of teeth are actually really good at the moment. They don't bleed at the moment, and my gums are quite pink, so that's really good for me, because I've got teeth and gums that they're like pockets, and I have to be forever seeing the hygienist like at least twice a year to be cleaning my teeth. So I feel like I've done really well. I brush near enough every day. There are odd times where I do forget. If I've been at Ben's and I've gone straight to work, I tend to brush my teeth before I go to bed at least anyway, so I'm brushing once. So I don't know whether, you know, at some point I should learn to brush like in the morning and at night. Not really sure yet. Don't really know because my teeth seem to be doing okay so far. So yeah, I did all of that today, and then I went and I had to get a couple of things from the shop. I needed to get I popped into the cheap shop and I saw if they had a wardrobe dehumidifier, and they did have one because they didn't have one last time. So I bought one of them. They're only like £1.25. They're really cheap, but they last so long and they are so worth it. Just hang one in your wardrobe, just hangs on the little hanger, and it absorbs any dampness that's in the wardrobe, and also especially whilst I'm drying washing in the house, in the flat, it just absorbs any dampness. I totally recommend getting dehumidifiers. I have one literally here right by my washing so that it absorbs the dampness so that it doesn't smell damp, and so the flat doesn't get too damp, and so it just helps dry the washing as well. So I totally recommend people to get one. So yeah, that's all I've really done today. Work today is a little bit stressful. I feel like when I started work I walked into a bit of a crazy pit of madness. Everyone was panicking. I work in a care home, by the way. I'm not sure if I've told you, that was my new job. I am a carer still, so it's hands-on personal care, looking after them. And we had somebody new come into the place, so there was myself and an agency, and we got them in safely. So yeah, and then it was just like rushing around getting everything done, but by I'd say by at least 4 o'clock, so it took a couple of hours to sort of like settle down and catch up with things. By like 4 o'clock it was all okay. So yeah, work was pretty fine. So I'm gonna head off now just so I can play my game, and then I can head off to bed, and yeah, I can hopefully do some reading. I'm still in the middle of like the same 3 books, so yeah, there's that. But I'm currently reading Scythe at the moment, but you'll find more about that in my reading vlog, which is a monthly vlog anyway. But just so you know, these are 3 books, and Scythe is the main one that I'm reading at the moment. So I will hopefully speak to you guys tomorrow, letting you know how work's gone, and yeah, if not, then I'll speak to you guys at the weekend.